Welcome to day 325 of our Let's Grow annual challenge. Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here, and today we are continuing our work or exercise or our daily tip and tool for No Nonsense November. Today is day 20 already, so we've already talked about 19 different tools you can use to create the life that you want, to enhance, or they're basically based on lessons learned that I have garnered over the last 5 decades, actually almost 6.5 decades here on planet Earth. And I think I've shared that I learned every single one of these the hard way. I wish I could say I learned some of these lessons the easy way. I saw a meme, or they weren't called memes, they were called sayings or quotes back in the beginning of my career. I saw one and it resonated with me and I adopted it for my life, and I never had to struggle in that area at all. Wouldn't that be awesome? Well, not exactly how my life is played out. Well, our topic for today, No Nonsense November, day number 20, our tool is using creativity, enhancing creativity. I say choosing creativity as a cornerstone of our lives and using it. And it's easy for me because creativity is one of my core values. It's something I attached myself to when I was young, and it has carried me through decades of trials and tribulations, some good, some bad, some really, really ugly situations in my life, like we all experience. And it's how we handle them that determines what our life is going to be like and how we're going to come out the other side of those challenges. And for me, creativity, being a problem-solving family, being a creative problem-solving family, has always served myself and my family very, very well. Now, creativity is a choice. Thinking in terms of possibilities is a choice. And I got myself thinking this morning as I was getting dressed and cleaned up a little bit to make videos about creativity versus I was thinking in the terms of the opposite game. I play the opposite game, which is a creative problem solving and a creative fun game to play with my granddaughters. And the opposite game is just somebody says a word and the other person, shouts out the opposite of it. So if I say creative, the opposite of that is destructive. If I say good, the opposite of that is evil. And again, there can be other things, but these are the ones that came to my mind the most. Light, dark, infinite, small pie, confined, only a finite amount of something, infinite, finite, growth or stagnant, right? I guess death, right? Growth or dead. Expand, contract. I put decline, but contract. Possibility, impossible. Plus, positive, minus. Pro, con. Open, closed. It's why I like the tool, and I wasn't going to talk about this today, but it came into my mind as well, the flip switch tool. A lot of times we'll catch ourselves in a negative spiral or a negative thinking situation, and the fastest, easiest way for me personally to change that is to imagine myself flipping a light switch. Because as soon as I flip that light switch, I go from the negative that I'm thinking about to the opposite, which is the positive. I go from dark to light. And for me, just the imagining that in my mind, how many switches have we flipped in our lifetime? Even if you're a little kid, my 1-year-old granddaughter can flip switches on and off now on the light switches. And so, we've been doing it almost our whole life. So we have the ability and the control to make that choice, to flip that switch from negative to positive and think about the things that we want. That is an example of applying creative thinking, creative problem solving. So our exercise today, or our tool today, is a worksheet. It's called the Creative Confidence Worksheet, and all you have to do is Google that and a bunch will come up. I picked one that was Creative Thinking Worksheet, and it's got, I think, 8 questions on it, or 8 little activities, 8 questions to answer, which is just a simple, easy thing. It's probably designed for a lot of different categories, a lot of different applications, a lot of different groups. So I think it's a good one because we can use it to answer those questions and get our creative juices flowing. I think one of the questions was 3 reasons you'd want a pet dinosaur or something. And so they're not strictly realistic life questions, which is what creativity is all about, right? It's how do we take the situation, the cards that were dealt, and deal with them in a creative way that puts our life in the position we want it to be, that actually gives us the results that we want. So Creative Confidence Worksheet, you can Google it and fill one out. You can pick the one that resonates with you. I just picked one that resonated with me because I think that creative thinking and creative problem solving, and just thinking for ourselves has, in many instances, been negated by all of the information we're inundated with every single day. Whatever the information you choose to absorb or pay attention to, it can impact us positively, it can impact us negatively, or we can be neutral and say, this is just information that's going into my mainframe computer, and I will pick and choose what makes sense to me and what's right for me, but I will filter it all through my creative, critical thinking skills. All right, I'm getting off on a tangent. So we've got Erin's story and guide 2 of the Let's Grow Annual Challenge private Facebook group page. Remember to check that out. I forget to mention it some days, but there's always somebody's story there to illustrate how the tool and the tip that we're using has played out in their life. Any questions? What do? You ask. You hit me up, of course. If I can help you in any way, I am here to do so. Otherwise, have an awesome day, and I will, of course, be with you tomorrow.